What's up YouTube, it's Isaiah back from another video. As y'all see by the title, we're going to be getting back into my podcast. The name of this podcast is called Too Much for This House. Honestly, I feel good to be back. I hope y'all, I really see that y'all enjoyed that video, the video episode 2. When I very much enjoyed making it. I know I didn't cry that one. I might not even cry this one either because I was out today. I went to church today. I went to church and it was a good service and stuff like that, and yeah. But before we get into it, like a true baddie would do, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to become a part of the That's So Isaiah Nation, because being a part of this is the real tea, and you get to get some crazy stuff and chaotic things from my life. So yeah, but enough talking though. Let's go ahead and get into this video now.
Jesus, let me know, but they show no fish. They say you found it, but she's still gonna hold on. They say you found it, but she doesn't want.
All right, I hope y'all enjoy the intro. Again, like I said, I really love this intro, so yeah. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk. So today's topic, we're gonna be focusing on we're gonna be focusing on my well-being, what I plan to do when I'm 18, and we're gonna be talking about relationships as well, because it needs to be talked about. And we're also gonna be talking a little bit about what little Isaiah experienced. Like not like little me, like into like I'm thinking like 15 to 14, because I feel like a lot of the stuff I've been through is kind of valid for what I've kind of had. So let's go ahead and get into it. So basically, I feel like as a kid, I went through a lot of things. I feel like I went through so many things, like with having siblings out of nowhere and just all those things. Like when I tell you, it was like when my mom told me she was pregnant with my brother, I was like, oh, okay, period, I got a brother, you know? I'm thinking it's not gonna be as bad, but when I tell you I got used to being an only child, that means I had to share everything with him. You know, he was getting all the attention. It was just crazy and stuff. And I feel like definitely, you know, it could have been a little different for me, you know. Like I said, it's not that I hate my siblings, I love my siblings down, but it did feel like my life got even more crazier and everything else. And then it's like when I was like I feel like as I got older, it felt like I was hating my life more and more and more. And it's like realizing where I'm at now that I'm 17. It's like my life is still chaotic, still crazy, sometimes even stressful and everything else. But also I know you want to like how my 4th of July went. My 4th of July was really good. I did go over my aunt's house, which was nice, but I did go there a little bit stressed, a little bit quiet. Like I really wasn't talkative as usual, because your boy's going through a lot of everything, you know. And it's like my grandmother stresses me out to the point that I don't like. She stresses me out to the point that I either go numb, or either I just don't talk, or either I just stress about everything. And I know talking to everybody, I was trying to talk to everybody. I was meaning to talk to my uncle because I wanted to vent, because I feel like everybody has been telling me, oh, don't talk about it, oh, don't do this, stuff like that, and my aunt don't want to hear it. So I was like, let me talk to my uncle, since my uncle asked, because he was like, you're quiet, you're okay? I was like, not to, I was like, no, I got a lot on my mind. He was like, you want to talk about it? I was like, yeah. And then I guess my aunt heard me talking about what was going on, how I've been feeling, and she was like, and she just came to me, she was like, hey, we gotta let it go. And basically, yeah, she's like, she's ever had a family, and da 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 da. And of course, in my head, I'm like, of course, this is where I get told that I'm the burden, I'm the problem. In my head, that's how I feel, you know. And I was like, okay, cool. Let me go ahead and try to calm down, which I really couldn't calm down because in that moment, I really wanted to tell her like, please leave me alone, because it's already bad enough that I don't have a counselor to talk to. I've been holding all this in, and it's like nobody's listening, you know? And it's like, I'm like, no, let me not do that. Let me just go ahead and forget about it, basically. But I was like kind of stressed a little bit, but I was like still trying to have fun, still trying to not focus on the stress, because I literally do that sometimes. But anyways, yeah, and you know, we were playing games, we were having a good time, you know, being a family and stuff like that. And I just knew that after that, I hop on a game, right? I hop on my uncle's game. Usually I do that when I'm over there anyway. Oh my God, it's stress getting on my nerves every time I talk. Anyways, it's like, I just knew that I was over there having a good time, you know, like I said, having a good time playing the game. And when I tell you, it's like, I wanted to stay over there just to play the game, to just clear my head and not be less stressed out and stuff. And I get on the game and I'm having a good time. You know, my aunt's like in her room. My uncle and my other two uncles are playing dominoes with my grandmother. You know, everybody's vibing, you know, having a good time. So I'm just playing the game, having a good time, everything else. And then we about to go, but I wanted to play one more game before I go, because I end up losing. I end up losing when it gets, which I know you're gonna be like, you lose. Yes, I end up lost in Mortal Kombat, which I love Mortal Kombat, so I'm very competitive with that game. And I was like, let me go ahead and do one more round with this person, then I'm gonna go ahead and go. So I'm playing right. Then my grandmother wanted to bring up what we was getting to it about, which I'm gonna get into that too. Is that she basically wanted to be like, oh yeah, he's been like, you know, being nonchalant. He's been, you know, he was doing this, basically saying everything that was not true. And I'm over here like, I'm playing the game, and my thing is, when I'm playing the game, mentally, my mental has to be okay, my focus has to be good, and I have to not get distracted. And it's like, the more she was talking, the more like irritated I was getting. Because I'm like, when I'm playing the game, I'm already competitive already, and it's like, I'm playing the game and she's just talking about it, and it's like I was getting more irritated, and then I end up losing. And I literally, like, but I thought I was like mid playing the game. I literally looked at her, like, not looked at her, but I literally wanted to tell her, like, can you shut up? Respectfully, can you please shut up? Because it's like, you're sitting here lying on my behalf. Like, are you serious? And it's like, I swear, like, I remember, because I did say, I didn't tell her to shut up, but I was like, I told my uncle, like, she was just talking, and it's like, he's not having a situation now. He's like, it was a lot. And I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and go. So I turn off the game, and then we leave, and then I go to my room. And it's like, my grandmother basically, she thinks I'm not nice enough to her or considerate or whatever she wants to say. And it's like, it's not that I'm not nice and considerate of her. It's just she finds ish to complain about. And it's like, yeah, and stuff. And I just knew that I was like, you know what, I'm sick of this. So I decided to just, you know, stay in my room for the rest of the night, and that's really it. And yeah, so that's how that went. Now, next topic we're about to get into is my relationships. It's my relationship life, or should I say, how my relationships went. I feel like my relationships went pretty differently. It really depends on the guy I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say their actual names. I'm just gonna describe them in like the best way I can, or I just give them nicknames or whatever. So I feel like the first guy I was with, he was a good guy. I'm gonna call him A. I feel like A really was a good guy. He was a really good guy. He treated me nice. It was like, it was everything, you know. He didn't make me feel stressed the heck out, anything like that. He didn't cause no drama. Like, he was a good man, Savannah, you know. And yeah, I really feel like he didn't do nothing to me. Now, the second boyfriend I dated, we're gonna call him Adrian, I guess. So, no, not Adrian, because he's black. It's not white. I'm not dating any white guys yet. But anyways, but yeah, we're gonna call him Jordan, I guess. So basically, me and Jordan, our relationship started out when we were like basically 13 or whatever. Like, we both were 13 at the time. I felt like we really wasn't meant to be meant together. Even a lot of people was like, oh my God, y'all look so cute together. But I feel like we wasn't meant together because we were two different people. We did not have a lot of things in common. We had a few things in common, we didn't have a lot of things in common. And the way he does things, it just gives that he has to have a care in the world. And I feel like this one I was trying to be like in my rebellious era, and it was just like crazy and stuff. And I was like, yeah, you're not my man. You're not the guy I want to be with, you know? And it's like, I remember when he dumped me, and then I tried to get back with him because I was desperate for love at the time. I was really depressed. I was like very, very depressed, and I usually am. And I just was like, no way, I guess you're not the guy for me. And yeah. Now the next guy I was with, he was a DO guy. He was a DO guy. I'm just gonna say he was a DO guy, and I didn't even know that he was a DO guy until I started like putting things together. But I feel like I really met him. I met him online, and he was just like, you know, he was just talking to me. We were talking. I was bored at the time. I wanted to feel loved, and it was like chaotic. It was really chaotic, and I was like, you know what? I guess you're not for me either. And when I found out he was with a girl the whole other time, I was like, wow. So I was your side piece. But anyways, yeah. Now I feel like the guy that I was with this year, I feel like he was a good guy too. It was just circumstances, which I'm not gonna say on here because it's YouTube, but it was just like a circumstances and stuff. I feel like me and M really didn't. I feel like we had a lot of things in common. Mind you, we had a lot of things in common. It was just circumstances, like everything else, like yeah. And then he ended up not staying in the same area. I stayed in, like, he still lives in, you know, same area, but like not in Pines. But and I really did low-key loved him a lot, you know, and stuff. It was just the circumstances, and I just regret everything that happened, but at the same time, like, it happened, cool, moving on. But now I feel like now, since I'm so-called, I guess, single, I guess I truly feel like am I lonely? Sometimes when my grandmother's giving me a hard time in my life, yes, I do get lonely. Yes, I do want closure, or like, well, closure, you give closure yourself, but what I'm looking for. I really want someone like to hold me when I'm going through my rough times. I really want someone to like tell me, hey, it's gonna be okay, or hey, I caught you. I think that's mainly what I'm looking for. And it's like now, I feel like now it's like I still want that kind of love. Like I feel like everybody has their so-called fantasy or dream guy. I feel like my dream guy, I know I want him to be a good person. I want him to be a very good person. I don't want him to be selfish, rude. I don't want him to not know how to control his emotions. I'm trying to put this behind my hair because it's gonna get on my nerves. But I'm gonna just put it back in my hair. But I want him to be very much like, you know, I want him to be very much like a good person, understanding, a person that actually does not mind crying or showing his emotions or doing anything like that. A person that actually knows how to communicate, because I feel like a lot of guys I've dated at the time did not know how to communicate with anything. I feel like if they did know how to communicate, they communicated and it was like argument wise and stuff, and I hate argument in general. But yeah, and I hated that. I really did. I hated all of those things, and it was just irritating, you know. But yeah. Now I feel like sex-wise, something with my racist anyways. I feel like sex-wise, I feel like I have not have like actual sex. I've just did like the main, I guess, like the not the main part, but like the in between of sex. I'm not gonna get into because yeah. But I feel like I do. I constantly ask myself, like, am I really ready for sex? And it's like, truly, am I? I feel like low key, yes, but I feel like I'm gonna do it with the right person, not just a person that's a quick hookup or a person I'm being with for 3 days. I don't want it to be like that. I want it to be we're locked in, and we're locked in completely. Not like marriage wise, because I feel like marriage is overrated in general, in my opinion. The reason I feel like marriage in this generation does not exist unless y'all are like high school sweethearts, in my opinion, or like something like that. Like, y'all really gotta be locked in if y'all get married, in my opinion. But yeah, I just feel like, I feel like that's what I really want, and I think that's all I can say with the relationship part. Now let's get into the main part of this video, which is what I want to do when I turn 18. I think the main thing I want to do when I turn 18 is really, for real, be outside more, go out more, because I'm slowly becoming a homebody. Like my grandmother, she doesn't like to go outside. She is a inside cat vibe. I'm more of an outside cat. She's more of an inside cat, and I feel like I'm slowly becoming a homebody because I never go anywhere, and it's like she gets mad at me for it. Like gets mad, like it's like not going to do anything so like that. I'm like, babe, you're the reason why I'm like this. Anyways, but I feel like, yeah, I want to get out more. I want to do more independent stuff. I really want to be on my hot girl stuff, or my hot boy stuff, whatever, stuff. And I want to do some, I want to do like some like things on my own. I want to be able to buy my own clothes, my own items that I want to get for myself. Like, do my own stuff, because it's like the more I realize how much my grandmother holds me back from a lot of things in my life, makes me be like, know what, maybe I shouldn't care anymore. Maybe I should, since I still live in your house, but not go overly extreme. For instance, I know on my birthday I want to get boho braids with not my actual hair, but like get hair put in my head and stuff, because I really do want to try the styling on me. I want to be able to try to style on me. I really want to see if I really would like this style, which I know I'm going to like it, of course, but I know I want to just do it, of course, and just, not to do my hair, but stuff, just add mousse to it and make sure the little bits of curls, little bitty curls get tangled. I think that's like the only thing about it. But I just feel like, that's what I really want to do. And I feel like that's why I'm really trying to get a job for real, because like ever since I lost my job with CC's, I really have been struggling looking for jobs, because it's like babes, I need money. I need my money to not stop. I need it to keep coming, especially since I got a bank account too. I need the checks to be coming. I need the money to not stop, because like people always say, time is money, because but yeah, and it's like, because sometimes I do feel stuck. Sometimes I do feel stuck in my own world, in my own head, because I even thought of experiencing with makeup, which I know how to do makeup very well because of watching a lot of makeup videos, and also me learning how to blend things and everything else. And I feel like definitely, like I said, I know when I turn 18, I'm going to do a lot of crazy things and stuff. Like I might try like light makeup, not like a full beat of makeup and stuff. And it's like I know even though my grandmother is strict and she's also homophobic and everything else, I feel like there has to be a point, when do I start making myself happy? I shouldn't have to wait to be on my own to make myself happy. I'm not gonna overdo it because I still live in your house and respect your rules, of course. But it's like, it's getting to the point like, what the fuck can I do in this house? That's not gonna bother you or get on your nerves or drive you nuts. Because also I can't speak. Also, reason why I also want to get a job as well, again, because I want to be able to pay for everything that has something to do with summer. AKA Summer is my nickname, by the way. I just go by Zay on here. About everything to do with summer, I feel like I want to be able to pay for my own haircuts, pay for me to get my hair done, pay for me if I want to get my nails done, my toes done, pay for all things to do with me and it has my name on it, But I think that's all I can say for this. I think I've kind of did talk a little bit with other stuff, but definitely this is low-key the end of the video. I enjoyed doing this one. Definitely I can't wait to talk more for number 4, but definitely don't forget to subscribe to the channel, don't forget to leave a like, don't forget to even leave a comment what was your favorite part of this video, and also if you relate to anything and stuff like that, you can put your stories down in the comment like one person did right here. Thank you so much for that, and love you guys so much, and Bye, guys, and stay fab, stay pretty, and stay always that girl. And you always be a baddie in my eyes, and that's on what? Period. Bye, babes. Mwah.
Fast from a day job, running fast from the way it was. Jump quick to a paycheck, running back to the strip club.